with a Fox News alert. We finally got our hands on that affidavit used to raid President Trump's house. And as expected, the media is freaking out.
But I can tell you that the hair on the back of my neck stood up when I saw those classification markings referenced here.
Here's the redacted portion back in the back. But the front several pages have been unsealed.
Jessica, let's start with the biggest revelations from this redacted affidavit.
Yeah, so a lot of really intricate and, quite frankly, startling details.
Why was a search needed? This is so unprecedented, so unusual. Why did the FBI need to go and get boxes? And this affidavit does lay that out exactly.
I'm not sure what affidavit she was looking at because this affidavit doesn't lay out anything. Half of it's blacked out. Here's what the affidavit doesn't say. We're pretty sure Trump has the nuclear football in Melania's shoe closet. But here's what it does say. We are likely to find evidence of obstruction. What does that mean? The last time you were there, Trump let you in. You had lunch by the pool, and he threw a lock on the storage closet because you told him to. Now, you're going to go back in because you're likely to find evidence of obstruction? Again, what does that even mean? That you'll likely find the lock you told him to put on the storage closet? And by the way, the FBI agent, this guy named Bratt, whose signature is on the affidavit, is an Obama donor. So the agent who donated to Obama got a warrant from a judge who also donated to Obama. But the Biden guys had to go in there. Why? Because some liberal librarian at the National Archives said Trump checked out some papers and they were long overdue.
You think because you're a celebrity that somehow the law doesn't apply to you, that you're above the law?
Certainly not.
Well, let me tell you something funny, boy. You know that little stamp? The one that says New York Public Library? Well, that may not mean anything to you, but that means a lot to me. One whole hell of a lot.
But this whole archives thing, the whole presidential records thing, this classified records thing, it's just an excuse for them to go in there. None of this classification stuff even matters. Trump said he declassified everything that was still there in the boxes. They may have had classification markings on them, and the media is using that to scare you. But if Trump declassifies something and a lawyer doesn't change the little marking on it, it doesn't matter. Plus, he's the president. He has legal access to whatever Trump administration document he wants when he leaves office. That's the deal all presidents have. He can see whatever he wants. They save every piece of presidential paper, and the archives keep it for the legacy. But it's also for the presidential library or if the president wants to write a book. Is the archivist not going to let Trump look at his own documents? It doesn't make sense. So what's the problem here? Well, according to the affidavit, there appears to be two major concerns: where the documents were stored and how they were stored. The affidavit states, I believe that the storage room and other spaces within the premises are not currently authorized locations for the storage of classified information, or NDI. NDI is National Defense Information. So let me get this straight. Trump has some Trump administration documents locked up in the storage room of a basement of a private club guarded by Secret Service agents. That's the reason for the raid? These are 10 times more secure than Hillary Clinton's materials left on a server in Chappaqua, begging for our enemies to penetrate. But they also didn't like how the documents were stored. Are you ready for this? It says, of most significant concern was that highly classified records were unfoldered, intermixed with other records, and otherwise improperly identified. Wait a minute. You're telling me Trump's biggest crime is his filing system? That he mixed newspaper clippings with a love letter from Little Rocket? Man, call Staples right away. We need a paralegal in here immediately to organize these files. This is why the Justice Department didn't want to release the affidavit. It's embarrassing. Whatever happened to the nuclear secrets he was selling to the Saudis? Now this is about a file cabinet? What's in the file cabinet again? Don't know. They won't tell us because it's classified. They'll just leak it. But Trump basically almost got us killed. That's what they're saying. It's not like Trump left these documents at a computer repair shop run by a blind guy or anything, Or forgot him at a halfway house filled with drug addicts.
'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that